Have you ever looked at your hands and wondered if they hold clues about your sexual biology, personality, or even your potential for success? It might sound like something out of a science fiction novel, but research suggests that the ratio between your index, 2D, and ring fingers, 4D, could reveal surprising details about your life. Known as the 2D-4D ratio, this intriguing measurement is more than a quirky fact. It's a window into your prenatal exposure to hormones like testosterone. The science behind this ratio is as fascinating as the implications. From determining aspects of physical development to offering insights into behavior, the 2D-4D ratio connects seemingly unrelated elements of our lives. Men, on average, tend to have lower ratios, where the ring finger is longer than the index finger, while women usually show higher ratios. These subtle differences stem from critical hormonal influences during fetal development. But what does this mean for you? Could the length of your fingers hint at something as personal as sexual confidence or as practical as athletic performance? This article dives into the captivating world of 2D, 4D ratios, unpacking the science behind it, exploring its links to testosterone, and uncovering how this simple measurement connects to elements of your physical and emotional life. If you haven't joined our community yet, I invite you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're always up to date with our latest content. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's discussion. If you find this content helpful, drop a 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't quite resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is invaluable. It helps me craft videos that better suit your interests and needs. Now, let's dive right in. Your hands do more than help you navigate life. They might also hold surprising insights into your biology. The 2D-4D ratio, which measures the length of the index finger, 2D, relative to the ring finger, 4D, has fascinated researchers for years. This simple measurement, often taken from the right hand, reveals much more than mere physical proportions. It offers a glimpse into the hormonal environment you were exposed to before birth, providing subtle clues about your biological makeup. To measure the 2D-4D ratio, extend your right hand and compare the lengths of your index and ring fingers. You'll notice that for some people, the ring finger is noticeably longer, while for others, the two fingers may be nearly the same length or even reversed. This proportion is more than a physical quirk. It is thought to reflect the balance of hormones, particularly testosterone, that your body encounters in utero. Higher exposure to testosterone during fetal development is often associated with a lower ratio, meaning the ring finger is longer than the index finger. Conversely, lower testosterone exposure tends to result in a higher ratio where the index finger surpasses the ring finger in length. The connection between finger lengths and hormones arises during a critical phase of prenatal development, around the 10th to 15th week of gestation. At this time, the fetus begins producing sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, which influence not only reproductive organs, but also subtle traits such as finger length. These hormones are believed to affect growth receptors differently in the fingers, leading to the variations we see today. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 2D-4D ratio is its marked difference between genders. Men, on average, tend to have lower ratios with longer ring fingers compared to their index fingers. This aligns with higher prenatal testosterone levels typically experienced by male fetuses. Women, on the other hand, generally exhibit higher ratios, with the two fingers being closer in length or the index finger appearing slightly longer. However, this is not a strict rule. Some women display what is considered a masculine ratio, lower 2D-4D measurements, suggesting that they may have been exposed to elevated levels of testosterone in the womb. Similarly, some men show higher ratios, indicating a relatively lower testosterone exposure during their prenatal development. It's important to note that while the 2D-4D ratio provides fascinating insights, it is not an absolute predictor of any single trait or behavior. This measurement is one piece of a much larger puzzle, reflecting general trends rather than definitive conclusions. People with similar ratios may still differ significantly in personality, preferences, or physical characteristics. Biological diversity ensures that no single metric can encapsulate the full range of human individuality. As a scientific marker, the 2D-4D ratio bridges biology and behavior, giving researchers a unique tool to explore the interplay between hormones and human traits. Yet, it's equally essential to approach these findings with curiosity rather than rigidity. For now, it offers a fascinating way to think about how early hormonal environments might subtly shape us, from the length of our fingers to the more complex aspects of our lives. Now that we've laid the foundation of what the 2D-4D ratio is and how it varies between individuals, let's dive deeper into its profound connections with testosterone and the ways it influences physical development, particularly in areas like reproductive health. Testosterone is often regarded as the hormone of masculinity, and for good reason. This powerful chemical plays a crucial role in shaping male physical characteristics, starting as early as the womb. During fetal development, testosterone directs the formation of male reproductive organs, including the penis, and continues to influence growth and differentiation throughout critical periods. The levels of testosterone a fetus is exposed to can leave lasting imprints on the body and even affect aspects of behavior and personality later in life. One of the most fascinating studies to examine this connection was conducted in South Korea in 2011. Researchers measured the 2D-4D ratios of 144 adult men, with an average age of 59, and compared these ratios to the length of their stretched flaccid penises. The men were under anesthesia during urological procedures, ensuring the measurements were accurate and standardized. The results revealed a compelling link between a lower 2D-4D ratio and longer penile length. This finding supports the idea that higher prenatal testosterone exposure, indicated by a longer ring finger relative to the index finger, correlates with greater development of male genitalia. The implications of this study extend beyond simple curiosity. It underscores the profound influence of testosterone during critical windows of development. For men with lower 2D-4D ratios, the findings suggest a robust genetic and hormonal foundation established early in life. On the other hand, men with higher 2D-4D ratios may have been exposed to lower levels of testosterone in the womb, which could influence not only physical attributes like penile size, but also other characteristics. These findings challenge us to think about how prenatal environments can shape the human body in subtle, yet significant ways. Interestingly, the effects of testosterone are not limited to physical development. The hormone also plays a pivotal role in shaping behavioral traits and personality. Elevated prenatal testosterone levels have been associated with increased competitiveness, assertiveness, and risk-taking behaviors, qualities often perceived as traditionally masculine. Conversely, lower testosterone exposure during fetal development may contribute to more nurturing or cooperative tendencies. These links between biology and behavior highlight the intricate interplay between hormones and identity, suggesting that our early hormonal environment might leave a deeper mark than we realize. The study also provides insights into how differences in 2D-4D ratios might reflect broader hormonal patterns. For men with higher ratios, the data suggests that reduced testosterone exposure could have downstream effects on physical and psychological traits. This is not to suggest that one ratio is inherently better than the other. Rather, it showcases the diversity of human biology and how hormonal influences manifest in unique ways. What's particularly compelling is that this research invites us to consider how much of who we are today was shaped long before we took our first breath. Testosterone's role in fetal development doesn't stop with genitalia. The hormone also influences other aspects of growth, including skeletal structure and muscle formation. It's fascinating to think that a single hormone can wield such profound power during a relatively brief period of prenatal development. This underscores the importance of timing when it comes to hormone exposure. The right balance at the right moment can pave the way for optimal growth, while disruptions to this balance may lead to variations in development. Despite its significance, the 2D-4D ratio and its links to testosterone should not be viewed as a definitive predictor of any single trait or outcome. Human development is influenced by countless factors, from genetics to the postnatal environment. The ratio serves as one intriguing piece of a much larger puzzle, offering a glimpse into the dynamic interplay of biology and environment. It's a reminder of how interconnected our systems are, and how early life factors can ripple through the years in unexpected ways. As we reflect on these findings, it's clear that testosterone is not merely a hormone, it's a driver of transformation. Its influence begins in the womb and continues to shape aspects of health, personality, and physicality throughout life. By examining the 2D-4D ratio, researchers have uncovered a unique lens through which to study these effects, deepening our understanding of the biology that underpins who we are. Now that we've explored how testosterone shapes physical and psychological traits, let's dive into how the 2D-4D ratio connects to other areas of life: athletic performance, creativity, and even career success. The 2D-4D ratio, as we've already explored, offers fascinating insights into biological development and physical traits. But its relevance doesn't stop there. Beyond physical characteristics, this subtle marker has been linked to performance across a variety of life domains, from athletic prowess to musical ability and even professional success. Let's unravel how this seemingly simple measurement might influence different aspects of our lives. When it comes to athletic performance, the 2D-4D ratio appears to play a significant role. Men with lower ratios often excel in sports that demand strength, speed, and agility. This connection is thought to stem from prenatal testosterone exposure that shapes not just physical traits, but also neuromuscular coordination and reaction times. Athletes in competitive sports, such as soccer, rugby, and basketball, frequently display lower 2D-4D ratios. The hormonal influence during fetal development may enhance the brain's ability to process information quickly and respond with precision, traits critical for success in high-stakes, fast-paced games. Studies in this area have also highlighted a fascinating link between testosterone and rapid decision-making under pressure. For athletes, this ability to think on their feet can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Whether it's predicting an opponent's move or timing the perfect sprint, testosterone's influence appears to set the stage for superior performance in situations that demand split-second choices. The lower the 2D-4D ratio, the stronger this connection seems to be, suggesting that these individuals are biologically primed for high-performance environments. Interestingly, the 2D-4D ratio also correlates with another area of skill: musical ability. Research has shown that individuals with lower ratios often exhibit greater sensitivity and coordination, two attributes critical for excelling in music. Playing a musical instrument, for example, requires a delicate balance of technical skill, emotional expression, and physical dexterity, qualities that may be subtly influenced by prenatal hormone exposure. Violinists, pianists, and other accomplished musicians often display lower 2D-4D ratios, suggesting a biological predisposition toward these abilities. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. But what about beyond the realm of physical and artistic pursuits? The 2D-4D ratio has also been linked to success in the workplace, particularly in roles that demand quick thinking, risk-taking, and resilience. These traits are often associated with elevated testosterone exposure during fetal development, which not only shapes physical attributes, but also influences personality and decision-making tendencies. For example, individuals with lower 2D-4D ratios are more likely to take calculated risks and show greater tolerance for uncertainty, qualities that can be advantageous in competitive industries like finance or entrepreneurship. A compelling case study involves high-frequency traders who operate in one of the most stressful and fast-paced professional environments. These professionals are required to make split-second decisions based on constantly shifting data, often with millions of dollars on the line. Research has found that traders with lower 2D-4D ratios tend to outperform their peers, particularly in periods of market volatility. Their ability to process information rapidly and act decisively appears to be linked to their hormonal profile, providing a biological edge in this demanding field. These findings invite us to consider how deeply biology intertwines with our abilities and achievements. While the 2D-4D ratio is not a definitive predictor of success, It serves as a fascinating marker for understanding how prenatal factors can shape potential in subtle yet meaningful ways. It's not just about raw talent. The hormonal environment we experience in the womb might nudge us towards certain strengths and preferences, influencing the paths we pursue later in life. The connection between the 2D/4D ratio and life performance also highlights the complexity of human traits. It's not merely a case of higher testosterone being better. Different ratios reflect different strengths, underscoring the value of diversity in abilities and dispositions. Someone with a higher ratio, for example, may excel in collaborative environments that require empathy and social connection, balancing the more individualistic tendencies often associated with lower ratios. What's most intriguing is how these traits manifest across different contexts, from the concert stage to the boardroom. The 2D/4D ratio offers a unique lens through which to explore the intersection of biology, behavior, and achievement. It reminds us that our potential is shaped by an intricate tapestry of influences, many of which begin long before we are even born. Having seen how the 2D/4D ratio connects to performance in sports, music, and the workplace, we now turn to an unexpected domain: luck and decision-making. Could your fingers hold the secret to your fortunes? Let's find out in the next section. Luck has always been a subject of fascination, with countless people wondering if it is purely random or influenced by deeper, unseen factors. Intriguingly, studies have suggested a potential link between the 2D/4D ratio and luck, opening up yet another dimension to this fascinating marker. Could something as simple as finger length hold clues to your chances of success in seemingly random situations? One particularly captivating study sought to explore this idea through a card selection experiment designed to measure luck. Participants were presented with a deck of cards shuffled and placed face down. Each person was instructed to pick 5 cards at random, with their choices scored according to standard poker rankings. This process was repeated twice to ensure consistency. The study then compared the results of participants' card selections with their 2D/4D ratios, aiming to uncover any patterns between finger length ratios and performance. The findings were surprising and thought-provoking. Participants with lower 2D/4D ratios, indicating higher prenatal testosterone exposure, demonstrated a statistically significant advantage in selecting favorable cards. While the task appeared entirely random, these individuals consistently outperformed their peers with higher ratios, suggesting a potential correlation between prenatal hormone levels and decision-making tendencies that favor luck. This sparked a wave of questions. Was their success purely coincidental, or could hormonal influences truly tilt the odds in their favor? The researchers hypothesized that this apparent luck might not be random at all. Instead, it could be rooted in cognitive processes shaped by prenatal testosterone exposure. Individuals with lower 2D/4D ratios may exhibit heightened intuition, risk assessment, or pattern recognition, subtle traits that subconsciously guide their decisions in uncertain scenarios. This aligns with other studies linking low ratios to superior decision-making under pressure, as seen in high-stakes professions like trading or athletics. However, these findings come with an important caveat: correlation does not imply causation. While the data highlights a relationship between 2D/4D ratios and perceived luck, it does not establish that finger lengths direct cause better outcomes in random tasks. Many external factors, including individual experience, environment, and even pure chance, could influence the results. As such, it's crucial to interpret these findings with caution and avoid drawing overly simplistic conclusions. The potential for misinterpretation becomes particularly evident when considering how research findings are often sensationalized or misused. Some might view the connection between 2D/4D ratios and luck as a definitive predictor, leading to misguided beliefs about their own abilities or limitations. For example, someone with a higher ratio might falsely conclude they are inherently unlucky, while someone with a lower ratio might develop an unwarranted sense of confidence. This highlights the need for nuanced understanding and responsible communication of scientific results. Despite these warnings, the study offers a fascinating perspective on how biology might influence even the most seemingly random aspects of life. It invites us to think about luck not as a purely mystical concept, but as a complex interplay of cognitive abilities, decision-making skills, and environmental factors. Whether we attribute these abilities to prenatal testosterone or other influences, the findings underscore the intricate connections between our biology and our lived experiences. The link between the 2D-4D ratio and luck also raises broader questions about how we define and perceive fortune. Is luck truly about random chance, or is it shaped by subtle, often imperceptible traits that tilt the odds in our favor? This study suggests the latter, hinting that what we often call luck may be an extension of deeper biological predispositions. It's a humbling reminder of how intricately our lives are intertwined with forces that begin shaping us long before we're aware of them. In the end, the research on luck and the 2D-4D ratio is less about finding concrete answers and more about sparking curiosity. It encourages us to explore the hidden dimensions of human biology and how they manifest in surprising ways. As we continue to uncover these connections, we're reminded of the vast complexity of the human experience and the infinite possibilities that lie within it. Having explored the fascinating relationship between the 2D-4D ratio and luck, let's now turn to the broader implications of these findings. How can this measurement help us better understand the science behind personality, decision-making, and success? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the practical lessons we can draw from this research. The relationship between biology and behavior has always been a subject of intrigue, and the 2D-4D ratio provides a captivating lens through which to explore this dynamic. At its core, this ratio serves as a marker of prenatal exposure to hormones like testosterone, offering insights into physical traits, cognitive abilities, and even personality tendencies. But interpreting these findings demands nuance, as the science behind them is complex, and oversimplifications can lead to misleading conclusions. One of the most compelling aspects of the 2D-4D ratio is its connection to personality traits and biological capabilities. Testosterone, for instance, is often associated with traits like assertiveness, competitiveness, and a willingness to take risks. Individuals with lower ratios, indicating higher prenatal testosterone exposure, might be more predisposed to these behaviors, which could influence their success in high-stakes environments. On the other hand, higher ratios may correlate with increased empathy and social cohesion, traits that excel in collaborative or nurturing settings. These links reveal the intricate interplay between hormones and the diverse spectrum of human personality. However, interpreting these results is not without challenges. One common pitfall is the tendency to overgeneralize findings or draw definitive conclusions from correlations. While studies might reveal a statistical relationship between 2D-4D ratios and certain traits, this does not mean one directly causes the other. For example, a lower ratio might be linked to success in competitive fields, but it is only one of many factors, including upbringing, education, and life experiences, that shape individual outcomes. Misunderstanding this distinction can lead to reductive thinking, which diminishes the complexity of human behavior. The danger of overinterpreting scientific findings extends beyond academia. In popular discourse, these studies can sometimes be sensationalized, reducing nuanced research to clickbait headlines or overly simplified narratives. This not only distorts the science, but also risks alienating audiences who might dismiss the findings as pseudoscience. To combat this, researchers and educators must emphasize the importance of context and acknowledge the limitations of their studies. A balanced approach helps maintain credibility while fostering a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of human biology. One effective way to present scientific findings is through storytelling. While raw data and statistics are essential, they often fail to resonate with a broader audience. Stories, on the other hand, make complex ideas relatable and memorable. For instance, instead of merely stating that a low 2D-4D ratio correlates with athletic performance, consider illustrating this with the story of a successful athlete whose natural coordination and quick decision-making reflect these traits. Such narratives bridge the gap between data and human experience, allowing readers to connect with the science on a personal level. Educational platforms have a vital role to play in promoting accurate and engaging interpretations of scientific research. In an age where misinformation spreads rapidly, fostering scientific literacy has never been more important. By presenting findings in a clear, relatable, and evidence-based manner, educators can empower audiences to think critically about the information they consume. This is particularly crucial when exploring topics like the 2D-4D ratio, which touches on sensitive issues such as personality, success, and even gender differences. A thoughtful approach ensures that the discussion remains respectful, inclusive, and rooted in factual evidence. Using the 2D-4D ratio as an educational tool also highlights the importance of embracing complexity. Human behavior and biology cannot be neatly categorized, and the nuances of hormonal influence remind us of the diversity within our species. By presenting these findings with humility and an openness to multiple interpretations, educators and researchers can inspire curiosity rather than dogmatism. This mindset encourages ongoing exploration and reinforces the idea that science is an evolving journey, not a fixed destination. The discussion of the 2D-4D ratio also offers a broader lesson about how we approach scientific findings in general. Instead of seeking definitive answers, we should embrace the questions that arise from these studies. What do these correlations tell us about the interplay between biology and the environment? How can this knowledge enhance our understanding of ourselves and others? By framing the discussion in terms of inquiry rather than conclusion, we create space for meaningful dialogue and deeper insights. At its heart, the 2D-4D ratio is a testament to the wonders of human biology and the intricate factors that shape us. Interpreting this marker requires both scientific rigor and creative communication, ensuring that the findings are accessible, accurate, and inspiring. As we continue to uncover the secrets held in our hands, we're reminded of the endless possibilities for discovery and the importance of sharing that journey with others. Having explored how to interpret the science behind the 2D-4D ratio responsibly, it's time to bring everything together. In the final section, we'll reflect on the broader implications of this fascinating research and what it tells us about the intersection of biology, personality, and human potential. The 2D-4D ratio, a simple measurement of finger length, opens a fascinating window into the complex interplay of biology, personality, and human potential. From its roots in prenatal testosterone exposure to its correlations with physical traits, decision-making abilities, and even perceptions of luck, this marker reveals how much of who we are is shaped long before we take our first breath. It underscores the subtle but profound ways in which hormones influence not just our bodies, but also our behavior and abilities. Through this exploration, we've uncovered how lower 2D-4D ratios often link to enhanced athletic performance, quicker decision-making, and heightened competitiveness. At the same time, higher ratios highlight the diversity of human traits, favoring empathy, collaboration, and social harmony. The ratio isn't a one-size-fits-all blueprint, but rather a piece of the puzzle that makes us unique. Studies connecting the 2D-4D ratio to luck, musical talent, and professional success offer intriguing glimpses into how biology may nudge us toward specific strengths or tendencies. However, we've also seen the importance of interpreting these findings with nuance. While the 2D-4D ratio provides valuable insights, it's not a definitive predictor of any trait or outcome. Responsible scientific interpretation, paired with relatable storytelling, ensures these discoveries inspire curiosity without oversimplification. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Have you ever considered how your biology might influence your abilities, personality, or even luck? Take a look at your own 2D-4D ratio and reflect on what it might reveal about you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this exploration has reshaped your perspective. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this topic. Have any thoughts or personal experiences to share? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our community for more empowering content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, embrace the journey with confidence.